Nobody, welcome back. Today we're doing another episode in our legendary Tyrion campaign for Total War Warhammer 2. Special thanks to Simon for sponsoring this campaign. Okay.
You honor me.
Prince of Elfwan.
Well, they're not coming over here. I don't see them. I mean, we could try to go for this Sword of Cain. It's gonna take forever to get that. Wait, doesn't he get like 50% off Sword of Cain buildings or something? Minus 50% for Shrine of Cain. Wow, it usually takes 20 turns? Holy. Okay. I mean, I guess we can start building it, and then... You know, if they come over here and try to stop me, we can cancel it, I suppose. Okay, and then we want to throw down a, I mean, we could throw down a bunch of public order buildings and probably handle it. Remember, we are getting +5 public order right now from this quest, so we're about to lose that at some point. Yeah, I mean, we could throw down, like, this, trade advancements. The problem is, like, it's going to take a lot of gold to do that. It's going to take a lot of time to handle that. So we're probably better off just going over there and killing that rebellion on the way out. Once Alariel steps onto a property... she also gives out this buff of like +3 that lasts for 10 turns. That's kind of handy. Alright, Tour Savoie. Upgrade that. This. What are we going to throw down there? I forgot. Oh, we just got rid of the garrison building. We're selling all of our trinkets. We are. Okay, so we could throw down a trinket building then. Or, and what's going to be more valuable? 5 trinkets or 5% total trade income? Probably 5% total trade income. And we get some extra money from ports. So 60 from ports. And total trade's like around 10,000. I think that's unmodified too. And it might still be modified, so I'm not sure. But either way, it's going to be at least 300 gold per turn. So I think we can afford that right now. And we could have bought that earlier probably, but I just wasn't sure what the situation was with Chaos. I do like the growth, but once again, I might want to throw down another one of these Elven embassies as well for the faction-wide trade money. I feel like money's definitely a huge issue right now. Okay, so let's go with that, and then Calidor is okay. We do need to grow that up some, but it's creeping. Gothic. I guess we'll go ahead and complete this, because it is kind of like frontline type of place. She is yelling. If we need to cancel these, we can. I think we'll be okay money-wise, but yeah, throwing down just a bunch of those things seems like a really good idea right now that we have like a crazy amount of trade coming in. I mean, hell, we throw one here. Eventually, the problem is it's going to take like 6 turns. Cost way more money. I'm tempted almost just to let this crap burn and just keep the shrine building and just throw down some public order in there. Like a tier 3 public order building and like a garrison or whatever, a big garrison, and maybe that would do it. It'd still be, and I could just take off the taxes on it. Take off the taxes right now if I wanted to. Slow it down, but I kind of want to kill a rebellion on the way out if I can. So let's see, what if I threw down a public order building in the Shrine of Cain, like this thing, it'd be like 6 public order. This would be 8 public order, and if I take off taxes, that'd be equivalent of 14 public order, and so we'd only be looking at -7, so yeah, we could handle that. If we take off taxes, well, I mean, what we could do actually is like take off the taxes. We're not going to get anything from the ports if we do that, but take off the taxes, and then we would at least be able to get the marble slabs. We could still get that money off of trade, and we could get the money off of this. This would get public order, and that money doesn't get taxed because that's trade money. So we could take off taxes here, throw down like throw down one of these, throw down like a couple of these, and maybe like one of these, and be okay. So we only need to come up with 5 public order if we do that. So this would give like 2, and then just one of these would be 4. I believe that'd be enough, right? Oh, well, the events. Okay, I forgot. The event is giving us +5 right now, so that's going to fall off very soon. Maybe it is harder to manage than I think. I should probably just let these 2 towns go.
We are ill at ease.
Each one of them is going to give -3, so that means I have to have at least 3 public order in each one to counteract it.
A steady hand and
Alright, so let's see.
Alario, Evergreen.
She's in the town, she's in the town.
loyal handmaiden,
I guess we'll just bring her up here to scout more.
guided by light.
Got all that stuff. We're gonna hold up. We could, I'm tempted to just go ahead and start this, but we're gonna have to wait on that, I think.
You must restore order.
She's saying hammy. I think that place is a pain in the butt. Now, as soon as we upgrade Ilaria one more time or get one more level with her, she has something where she can get +2 public order everywhere, so that'll be handy. Okay, so all that stuff's all going. We're waiting on the other stuff.
Yes. Greetings. Let us discuss terms in a civil manner befitting our people. Burden of the Shadow, I will hear your plea, mortal. There is no victory.
This guy's like really resistant. Why do you not want a military ally with me, bro? I will save you.
Defender of the... I will receive your petition in the name of the...
We need to try to get at least 3 armies eventually.
Do you know who I am? The lady grants you safe passage in these lands. Absolutely not. Armored in... Welcome to fair Britonia, commoner. I refuse. Valiant. Bow before the rightful lords of the realm. You mewling fool. Protector of the realm. Bow before the rightful lords
You want
of the
military access with these guys so I can run through their territory eventually.
Valiant. The lady grants you safe passage. Just so.
By the light of the... Do you wish the lady's favor?
I don't need the lady's favor, man. I just need some
Ill
money
advised.
so I can go kill chaos for you.
Lord of Breton.
Bow before the rightful lords of the realm, and I will hear your demands.
'Tis done.
No evil do I serve the Lady of the Lake, naturally.
Dwarves are tripping.
So, approach us, friend, and make your offer. Yes? Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Bro, are you sure you don't want to
We
on aggro
cannot.
with me? How am I rank 14?
What?
I guess I did delete a couple of
Approach us,
armies.
friend, and make your offer.
Alright, some stuff. Yeah, military access.
No, sir.
I'll come through and clean out all those vermin for you.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
I will. By the comet, be at peace, for that is all I ever want. Kislev, the Tsarina empowers me to offer you warm greetings this chilly eve.
I'll go ahead and ally up with them. They're kind of a big deal, and they're rich, so they'll pay me a lot for this, probably. And they're also broed. Actually, that's me. I'm broed with Nagaroth. Lizardmen being weird. Okay, Wintertooth is confederated all of them.
All the world is me. What?
I am ready to parley. I hope your words.
I knew you address the greatest songstress.
Okay. I think that's it. Attack. Working on Spear Wall. Could get gem setting, but I still think Spear Wall is probably going to be better option.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Could pop over here and hire in just a moment. Before we hire, I want to see how the Avalorn are classified. Whether it's a specialty in it or whatever.
Welcome, brothers. What do you wish to discuss?
Clan Rictus, huh? How much y'all willing to pay? Maybe it is Skaven that's really strong up there. I've never seen Skaven take over like that before. They're almost always weak in the base game. Maybe they improved the AI for them quite a lot. I think that Vol's Anvil place up there, it's something like, it's like 5 or 10% off of some like units in every army. It might only be infantry units, but even if it is, it's like, what? Come on, Douglas, don't die before I ally with you, buddy.
Welcome. What brings you here?
Defensive alliance. So you're gonna turn me against those other elves probably, Sadie. Gotta get off my hand. Like, she sits there, I think I've said this before in past episodes, she'll try to like lick my hand while I'm interacting with the mouse. Sadie, just sit down. I'll pet you in a second. Just sit down. I'll pet you. You gotta wait. Yeah. Be patient. Yeah.
I am the heir of Anarion,
Hey, chill.
and I bid you welcome.
Alright. Puppets appear in the south. Okay, so they're coming over here. Damn it. A lot of times I've seen them go over to the other continent. Even if I just save Teclis and everything gets burned down there, I'd be okay with that. Nice.
Your demise is certain. Sheesh.
Hang on, Teclis. I need to rescue him. I don't care if I get his property, I just want him.
High Lawmaster.
Because he's cool. How many turns does he have to hold on for? One more turn, and then he'll almost certainly confederate with me after one turn. He just has to, like, not die for one turn. Just hide in your swamps, man. I'll take you under my wing. We'll bring you up here. Give you a nice climate. Give you a beautiful army. You'll love it. I might have to choose, though, whether I want to save Aletha or Teclis. I may not be able to save both. I'm just waiting on units, man. I want to come down and help you, but you're so far away, and I need some beef here.
The Evergreen.
Okay, nice. So we can get public order and taxes 100%. I mean, we can't even get Forest Spirit units right now. Like, that could be good if I was a Lariel proper, but Ward's army plus 5 melee attack is really nice. She has some very good stuff. This right here is, like, that's sick. -2 cost on everything is really, really good. Like this, we need that public order, I think. Diplomacy for high elves may not matter as much. I mean, do we need the public order, though? Most places are fine. Like, it's just this place, but this place is going to burn anyways, and I don't care if it does, frankly. But, like, yeah, corruption's starting to tick up a little bit, though. The event is giving us 5. Public order over here, we're not going to have that for a long time. Maybe it does matter. It's going to matter over here for sure. Once that thing falls off. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it. I mean, 5% tax rate is massive also. That's a lot of extra money. Now, tax rate does not include trade. So my tax rate right now is 9,000. But that's still pretty good. So we'd still get like 500 there. So yeah, 500 gold per turn and 2 public order, I think. It's just too good to pass out.
Dawn's hope.
It's real strong. So we already have, we're way over budget on handmaids. We're not going to get any more of those, but like this -1 recruitment turn, that's pretty nice. I think it's only going to take 2 turns to recruit. If it takes 3 turns to recruit, then this combined with my faction passive or whatever would make it 1 turn. They honestly, they maybe should cost 3 turns because they look extremely powerful. Maybe I'm overestimating them, but it would not be unfair if they were 3 turns to recruit, I don't think. But we'll see. If it's only 2 turns, then I'm already going to get it for 1 turn anyways because of my faction passive. But this, anyways, either way you cut it, I have to get this. And then we really need to get to Militia Master and Bow Master. Like, the fact she doesn't have these is pretty rough. The other stuff that she got is, for the most part, pretty good, you know.
Alariel, Evergreen. 2
points in this early is questionable, but like Frost Protection and Earthblood is both, those are both very good because you can overcast this and it gives everybody, you know, 20% damage reduction, 40 melee defense. That's good for sure. And we already know this is good. Healing is okay, you know, her getting on this steed is pretty good. So, like, they've gotten some okay stuff. But, like, this, you have to have this. That's your front line. And then Bowmaster is super strong, too. Hot, hot.
Our traditions make us strong.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait and just see, like, so we're gonna bring some people over here to the gate. Okay, what are we deciding here? We're just gonna do Elven Embassy, I think. Elven embassies everywhere. Galador. Growth is just so terrible down here. Okay, Gothic. Alright, have we spotted chaos up here yet? There's somewhere over here.
Her most loyal servant.
Did they decide to come north? I assume that these guys are running for him.
Sorceress of the dark.
These guys are probably also running for him. It looks like they could be over here. Why would they go after them instead of me? Maybe it's just random where they go. Because I've seen, like, this squad down here go to the right. This time they went to the left. Maybe it's just random. I would think they, like, if I was designing the AI in the game, I would make them all come for the player. I think I think they used to do that. I think the Chaos Invasion used to be way, way stronger, and people just complained about it, like, oh my god, it's tough, it's a game.
The people are rested.
I don't know. Maybe on Legendary or something, you should make it come at the player, like, hard. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that, just because, first of all, the public order's nice, but also, there's a lot of pirates over here. I could definitely see them trying to come over and troll me. Okay. The rest of that's all good.
Protector.
I don't know where I want to put her. I mean, I could just park, like, her over here and just throw down.
Loyal to a fault.
Charge bonus in the hero's army is okay. But I could throw down, like, a public order thing here and maybe hold it that way. Just have, like, an all-time hero here with public order.
Order must be maintained.
I mean, it is generating some money. It only has one port. It's hard to decide what to do with that crap. I guess we'll just leave this here for now.
Guardian of Avalon.
Maybe I can go ahead and start positioning her over here.
Forward.
Just in case I do pick up Nagaroth before they fall. Almost got our tech.
Defender of the Phoenix. Welcome, fellow Asser.
What? Defender of... Make this quick. I have important matters to attend to.
There is only vengeance.
I'm sure you
Welcome
do.
to Nagaroth, kin. I hope it's not too sharp. Fate favors us.
Yeah, you definitely have some important things to attend to down there, Techless.
You
please survive for one more turn. Just don't do anything stupid.
And I will see if it is within my power to give.
We're almost done with all the diplomacy stuff. Bro, why won't you pay up? Are you that poor? Come on, man. Just, like, give me something.
You are screwed.
Okay.
Protector of the lady grants you...
They ain't ready yet. They haven't suffered enough.
Lord of... Welcome to fair Britonia, commoner. I must decline. Protector of the... Bow before the rightful lords of the realm, and I'll hear... No.
I'll be able to get for now. We can always, if we, like, desperately need the money later, we can get, like, military
Approach us,
alliances and
friend,
things.
and make your offer.
Sigma's will.
Oh, did I do that for free? Crap. Okay, whatever. I wanted to pass through them anyways.
Yes? Approach us, friend, and
These
make
guys
your
have been
offer.
holding out pretty hard. Come on, man. Come on, man. I am your savior. Fine.
Fine.
Leave me alone. I don't want your garbage territory.
Kislev. The Tsarina empowers me to offer you warm greetings this chilly eve.
Really, you know, CA should just stop all of their historical stuff and just do, like, fantasy stuff on us. I mean, I guess there's an audience for the historical. It just feels like, or just fire their historical team or something. I don't know. It just feels like their historical stuff has just been, like, awful recently. I mean, they just had to delay 3 Kingdoms again. There's been a lot of really bad reviews about it. I mean, I hate advocating. I know people are like doing their job and they're trying.
Rictus, fear me. Yes, yes. See how long my tail is. Such eye.
So,
they just can't get it right. It just feels like Warhammer. I don't know. Like, I personally, I've enjoyed playing back through Attila as the Western Roman Empire.
The Empire.
But a lot of people do not like that game that much. I know that Total War Warhammer called it like, or Legend of Total War rather, called it, you know, in his opinion, the second worst Total War. And I haven't played all the other ones, so I don't have the same context he does. Okay, let's go ahead and... This dragon's probably going to take 3 turns to hire, too.
Everqueen of Althwan.
I don't have all the context. I don't know Medieval 2. I don't know all that stuff. But I like the Western Roman Empire campaign just because it's so challenging. One thing he said is he didn't like it because it felt like a survival horror game sort of thing. But I like that. I like the challenge of it. Just all these like endless hordes of barbarians coming at you, and you just have to fight all of these like impossible battles and just win them out through attrition. I like that. Kind of the long con type of stuff. Really like flying in the face of historical, you know, fact. I think that's cool. Like winning the impossible. I like that. And I kind of like the lineage system, you know, like the diplomacy and stuff like that. It's cool. It is a lot of micromanagement and like the food and all these other things, you know. There's a lot of, you know, like careful.
Poisoned word and be gone.
Oh, I thought I already had peace with them. Yeah, sure, buddy. You got it. But that was not received very well, that game, for the most part. Although, once again, I like at least the Western Roman side. I wish there was a tougher, like... I mean, I guess you could do Eastern Roman, but it's probably very similar to Western Roman. I wish there was, like, I don't know. It's okay. Western Roman's fine. Like, that's enough for me to buy the game just to play that Western Roman campaign. But, like, Thrones of Britannia was... just awful. Like, I couldn't even play it. Like, I just looked at it for a couple of hours and studied the faction I wanted to play and, like, how I thought I was, like, what my strategy might be. And then I was just like, I just don't feel like playing it. I was gonna go do something, even after I bought it. At full price, like, day one. I was like, it's just terrible. Like, every faction looked almost literally the same. Like, you had a slightly different unique unit, maybe per faction, maybe one unique unit, and it's like there were only like 8 units or something, and there just like was not any information about the units or their stats or anything, like, anywhere. It just looked awful. And they're just like, oh, we removed walls from secondary towns and they can attack it. Like, that's one of the worst features. Like, just getting backdoored constantly is one of the most annoying things by the AI. I just want to fight them in clean fights. I don't know. It just, like, the main thing for me was there was not information about the units. It just felt really half-assed. And there just were not any, like, it just felt like every faction was the same. I know that, like, historically, maybe that's how it should be, right? Because all of them are going to be, like, in the same area. They'll probably have the same kind of text, the same kinds of, like, people and things. Just something to make factions feel more distinct would have been cool. But anyway, so that was rough. Total War Attila didn't go over well with a lot of people. Even though, once again, I thought it was okay. I never played Charlemagne. It's probably cool, too. And Three Kingdoms is, like, hopefully it's good. It looks cool. I would like to play the time era. But apparently it has a lot of problems and bugs. I don't have early access. I've never asked for early access from CA. Maybe I can get it at this point. Maybe I'm big enough as a channel now. Last time I, like, emailed to sort of inquire about it. They never got back to me. But that was when I was, like, 9,000 subs. But anyways, I feel like there's just so many, like, just this system, and Warhammer's been such a resounding success. It's by far the one that people play the most. Even though it is, like, one of the newer ones or whatever, like, people just love it. Because there's such diversity in combat. You've got big monstrous units, you have flying units, you have, you know, magic, you have, like, each faction feels very different from the other factions. And there's such a great modding community, too, like this Steel Faith Overall mod. Like, there's just so many different ways to play and enjoy the game. And, like, yeah, maybe I wish there were more, like, city management things in there. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing, like, sanitation and stuff, although people were complaining a lot about that in Attila. They didn't like sanitation. Or, like, a food system and stuff like that. Maybe a bit more strategic depth in terms of, like, buildings and city management. I would like that. But then again, a lot of people maybe wouldn't, you know. I know that most people want to see the fights, they want to see the battles, right? From a viewership perspective. Like those turns where I'm sitting here, like, managing the trade and all the towns and stuff for, you know, 30 minutes, people don't like that. So, although I don't mind it. But anyways, I think they could do more with Warhammer. I think there's also potential, like, why not, like, Total War, like, Middle Earth or something. You know, that'd be similar to Warhammer probably, but they've already got the paradigm for it with large monsters, and people probably love it. Or, you know, like Total War with all sorts of other fantasy stuff. They could maybe do like a Star Wars Total War or something. Although Star Wars as an intellectual property has been flopping hard recently. I don't know if I'd want to try to catch that fallen knife. I don't even know how Disney screwed that up. They have so much money. Like, they just did not do their background checks on these directors, or like, there's just not enough oversight there. They did a great job with Marvel, I think. But, like, Disney isn't the one directing these movies. They just bought the label, you know. But they got to get some people in there, like, doing some quality assurance or something. Because, like, Marvel, fantastic. I love what Marvel's done over the last 10 years. They have very, very few movies that suck. Like, a lot of them are at least, like, passable. There's a couple, you know, but most of them are at least, like, you know, doable. Oh, my God. I guess there's only 4. I think there used to be 6 stacks, and they nerfed it. I said that earlier, but even 4 stacks is scary, because the units are so strong in this mod, or they used to be, unless they nerfed it, from when I did the Ilarial campaign. Yeah, they are dead. I mean, they have 2 Skaven stack, like 20 stacks there. There's 4 Chaos stacks.
It's maintained.
But anyways, there was another one I was thinking of too. I mean, it's just endless. Like, you could do all sorts of fantasy stuff now that they have the framework for that out of Warhammer. Now that they've kind of learned about magic and how to balance monsters and flying units and things like that. I think that it just opens the floodgates to do even more. Or they could do kind of like what they try to do with Total War Warhammer. Maybe. These, like, small scale things that are less money. Like, just like little, like, campaign DLC things. That I think would be cool, like maybe less sandbox stuff and just like really story driven, like the old Shadow of the Horned Rat. They could do like a remake of that. I would love it. It'd be great. It's just like a smaller campaign where you just like, you have one faction, or maybe you can pick from like just a couple of factions, and you just kind of like work through kind of a story driven campaign with just the battles and not the city management as much. But you have to like manage a budget, like you recruit units when you go from town to town. Just check out Shadow of the Horned Rat. I think there's a couple of replays of it, but that's kind of like an old school paradigm for this, where it's like basically you had a certain budget, you had to pick the units that you wanted to bring into battle every time. If you lost a unit, they were dead. No takesies, backsies. And you had to basically work your way through. It's the same map too, smaller scale, but you like start here and you're like working your way back up through here and then back along the Empire, and then you come up through here and you eventually like swoop back around here, and you're trying to stop Thankwall, this Skaven guy, from summoning this huge demon. And like you have to choose, well, am I gonna go fight this battle or am I gonna go fight this battle, you know? And you had to choose, like, do I want to spend all of my money on troops here, or do I want to save because the next battle might be even harder, and so I have to spend more money on that? Do I save these people and do this and, like, risk losing some quality troops for very little money, but I get their gratitude? Maybe I can hire some cool units there, some mercenaries or something. Or do I just run straight through to the dwarves in the main storyline? So there were, like, so many little, like, different choices you could make, but you weren't, like, actively managing cities. It's like you had to go through and just, like, work with the units that you had, manage your budget, you know, hire some units, whatever you could hire in certain towns, mercenary style. And then they had wizards. The magic was overpowered in that game. They'd have to dial it back a little bit. But it was still a challenging game. It was a lot of fun. I would like to see them do stuff like that, I think. I mean, it'd still give you like 30 hours of content. You know, they could drop one of those things and produce it easily for like, you know, and budget it at like 35 bucks or something instead of the full 60. It'd be less sandbox, less replayability probably, but it'd still be really nice. Maybe gamers this day and age won't play something like that. I don't know, but I think it would be cool. But they could certainly do like other fantasy or sci-fi stuff in addition to the historical stuff.
Queen of Avalon.
Or they could even just bend history a little bit and like bring in more mythology. Like, why not? Why does it have to be strictly historical? Why can't you bring in stuff like, you know, some kind of like druids or magic people that are like part of the Bretonians? You know, just like history-esque, like folklore, history with folklore. I think that would be really cool to explore. To just like explore all of these different like folklores around these different places, you know, at the time, and like have the historical units, but then also have like kind of the magical sort of folklore units, some sprites, you know, up in Bretonia. I think that would be sweet.
The Radiant.
Okay, what's our verdict? Oh, they count as elite. No. These count as rare. Oh. Okay, I was kind of thinking these might count as rare. Honey, what's going on in there? So they count as elite. I wonder if sword masters count as elite. I guess there's not like a super rush here. We're gonna be recruiting for like 4 turns anyways, because dragons take 3 turns to hire. I mean, I guess we can hire 8 units, or have 8 sisters, and before we could only have 9, so it's not too much of a difference. Maybe that doesn't change our calculus too much, because we can have, we're only able to hire and have 2 dragons anyways per army, so I guess that's about the same effectively. 4 of these per army, so that's 8. We can just throw in 2 gate guard per if we want to. I think this is the best special unit that I've seen so far. The gate guard are way better than shadow warriors in most circumstances, I think. What's going on in there? Chariots don't have any weakness to them. Okay. Oh, are y'all having fun in there? It's like, ah, ha, ha, ha. These are probably going to be elite also, right? I mean, if sisters are elite and they like have the exact same requirements, like Ithelmar Smith, tier 4, then these are probably going to be elite too, right? I mean, and then like the big beasts are usually rare. I wonder if Dragon Prince is... That's kind of far off, though. Okay. I think the lions are specialty units. I think we saw that before. I don't remember where we saw that, but I think there was one place we captured where we could hire that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, hold on. I can get more dragon eggs here. Oh, what the hell? I need to get that. Okay. Well, how much are these things to hire?
High Priestess.
She says Elmo. 2,000 to hire each. Oh crap. No, I forgot. I wanted to hire with 2 recruit. I wanted 2 unit. I mean, I guess the chevrons don't matter too much, but let's go ahead and switch that over. I forgot. I was just talking and theorizing too much. All right.
Their skill is legend.
Okay, so do we want to get this upgraded, or do we want to start getting stone skin? Stone skin is interesting. Now, getting this also, like, just 1 point in this would be okay. That lasts for so long. Like, that's very useful to put on, like, some units. Regrowth is good too, but, like, this is very cheap. I guess that lowers by 3 on regrowth. Let's just get that.
A promising lieutenant.
Oh, we can get a chariot. Oh, we can get eagle or chariot. How did I not get either one of these? Okay, well that would change him to anti-infantry if we get that. One of his main things is like he's good on the front line too. This would take away the 5 melee defense, so I want to throw that in there. That would make him good for sieges. Like, having one chariot would be pretty nice. Just to kind of disrupt some of their lines. Being able to have a chariot is pretty nice. Plus 20 versus infantry. It's not great, but he does have a huge charge bonus. Quite a bit of health. Okay.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, so do we hire... Okay, so sisters are 3 turns then, typically. So getting that thing that makes them 2 turns is going to be worth. Okay, so we could go ahead and hire... we need to move that over also. Plus 2 recruit rank. Get those gate guard.
Of the Everqueen.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, gate guard. Specialties. You can have up to 6 of those. Alright, so do I want to hire them with him or with her first? I think with him first, because then at least they get some chevron. Because she doesn't get that, I don't believe, right? No, it's just him.
Servant of the king.
Wait, is that for everyone in the same area? Local province. It's just him. He just gets that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab him. Need to get these dragons going. Their chevrons probably matter the least. Okay, so rare units. Do we want 1 of each? I guess that's fine. We can put that up against things that deal fire damage, because he's going to be fire resistant. So some of the chaos stuff like has flaming attacks, like some of the chaos swords and things like that. And the fact that he's like super resistant to that. How resistant is he? Let me. It's like 70%. Oh, he's only 5%. So they nerfed it or they changed it. He used to be 70%, I thought. Resistant to fire. Or maybe that was the flaming phoenix thing. Okay, so he does damage. And what can she hire?
Radiant.
Okay, so it's either one. How am I able to hire 4 of those? And he's grayed out because we've reached the cap on those, I think. These are just stronger, I'm pretty sure. But how is... Base cap, 1 per unit, plus 1 sun and moon dragons. It's letting us hire 4 moon dragons.
Of the Everqueen.
I guess they count as the same thing. 1 per, so like it's saying we could have up to 4, but because the fire dragons just look worse. I think. I thought they were more fire resistant than that. Yeah, it's the same thing. These have fire resist too. Those are 40, 45, 55. These are 55, 40. Okay, so that's 100, and that has more defense. This is 95. Speed is 100. Speed, okay, so those are way faster. These have a lot more health. These have more armor. 75 leadership. Same leadership. 50 charge. These have 75 charge, though. So these are faster. They have more charge bonus, but they have less armor, less health. Lacks focus, but hitting a larger area. Okay, and then the Moon Dragon. Okay, does it say that it's strong versus a single unit? Powerful explosion. Fire damage. Weak versus a single combatant, but strong versus a single unit. Does this cause fire damage too? Powerful explosion. Good against large combatants. Okay, now these have more armor piercing damage too. These do 380 armor piercing damage, but their base damage is 520. These do 650, but they only have 150 piercing. They all cause terror, 10% magic resist, 20% missile, 20% physical, 25% physical. Okay, so it basically the gist looks like these have, the Moon Dragons have more defense. They're better against larger units. They have more armor piercing damage, but they are slower, less charge bonus, probably less splash damage. But it's the fact that it's armor piercing though is a huge deal because Chaos is going to be mostly heavy armored, and a lot of the tough units in the game are going to be heavily armored. So I think that the Moon Dragons are just better. Okay. Alright, so we'll wait on that stuff. So we've got 2 dragons coming up. 1 for each group. And then go ahead and grab 2. Well, actually, let me grab her a couple of things here. She wants 3 Avalon. Oh, she's got those 2 handmaidens now. Yeah, I only want 1 bolt thrower if we're going against Chaos and not sieging that much.
Mistress of the Undying Forest.
Two Sea Guard. And then next turn we can hire the sisters once we get the chevrons for it. Okay, so we'll do 2 Sea Guard here. I think that's what we want to do. So that'll give us 4, 6, and then 7, 8. Yeah, I want 8 ranged units. If we throw in 2 Gate Guard. Okay, techs. I don't think we get money from entertainment buildings. There might be some. It's 10%. Jesus, let me just look real quick and see. Entertainment would count as... What does this count as? Just embassy. That's trade. Doesn't matter. Entertainment, I think it's just the public order stuff. Industry is worse. We got like 50. Main town is not entertainment, it's town money. 125. Now that's industry. So these things are industry. So industry is probably a little bit better. 75. We're not going to have a ton of these trinket things. We'll have some. It's so weak. It only takes 2 turns to research it. Okay, so we could do industry, or we could do like naval discipline, maybe. Guess we'll do that. It'll give a little bit of extra money. Okay, so we're hiring with all that stuff. We've got all of our buildings. Is it a kitty? Yeah, we're gonna have to pop up here and take care of this in a little bit. Sadie, you need to chill. So we're about to take that. Hag Hall's probably gonna fall soon.
Not one Druki on Nagaryth.
Moonbow. Sadie, no. Okay, let's see. Can we...
Wisdom awaits. Deliver your terms, and I shall consider
Yes,
them.
we can confederate with him.
Not one Druki. I will hear your plea.
We can also confederate with him. So who do we save? We must choose. Okay, well, unequivocally, 100%, he's dead within 5 turns. Like, there's no way he possibly survives this in 5 turns.
What?
Like, Skaven running everywhere.
There is no limit to my
Absolutely a 0% chance he makes it through this. He has a lot of battle skills, so he probably has some good stuff going on here.
Of course.
I mean...
Asinine mortal.
Could I win these fights? It's possible I could win these fights? That's a pretty good garrison.
How wise.
I mean, I could come over here and fight this, and I could maybe hold this. If it's me fighting it, not him.
Scream, scream.
It's possible I could win this.
Beyond your comprehension.
It would be very difficult to hold this area permanently. But like with all the public order bonuses, maybe. Now, I don't remember all of the stuff that he gets. He is more powerful as just a lord in general, because he has really, really powerful spells, like, and lots of bonuses to different casts and things. He's one of the most powerful spellcasters in the game. He's very, very good. But you know, one of the things about a spellcaster as a lord is you got to get the red stuff on legendary. You got to get the red stuff, and you got to get the blue stuff, and then maybe you can get some spells. You know, so that's one of the major issues. Although you don't have to get that much red with the elves. Really, you just have to get the spears and the bows, and he has a lot more than that. And he has 10 points in there, so that's a little worrisome. His point distribution may not be that good. I wish you could just pay something like 5,000 gold and just like respec your skills. But whatever. So this is tier 4 now. That's pretty good. I could get something down here, you know. I could get some sisters down here. She says no. Says no. It's possible I could hold this territory. It'd be very difficult, but it's possible. It does have a nice garrison. Okay, so that's on the table. Up here. Hag Hall, much weaker garrison.
There is only vengeance.
Much weaker army.
Your words are nothing.
Falls Anvil. They don't have the specialty building over there. I'm kind of cool with this guy. How does that not count as mountains? Anyways, I'm kind of cool with this guy. It's an incomplete province. At least he has a whole province down there for now. That's definitely dead. It's terrible property anyways. It's got the red habitation. Who's more likely to survive, though? I mean, he's good, but he's not as good as Teclis is. He does have that one skill, which is really nice. Does Teclis have his, elite stuff yet? Like his purple stuff?
Master of the White Tower.
He's got one of them. 30% cooldown on spells is legit. And that stacks additively with the other cooldowns on spells, I'm pretty sure. So you can get like 60% cooldowns on a lot of your spells. So he can spam those spells out there. I think he's just better. I think he's got better property right now. Both of them are going to be like very, very difficult to hold. But like if he comes under my control and he dies, I can just spawn him somewhere else. So I think he's a more valuable asset. This guy does have, I don't remember if it's faction-wide or just for his army, some kind of bonus to range units, which is good. But Teclis gives a lot of bonuses to mages. As we've seen, I have to get to tier 4 towns before I can get an extra mage. So mages are pretty hard to come by. It's possible I could actually come over here and save him at some point, too.
Greetings.
And I'm thinking now, maybe I could just load up a Lariel, just run over here, grab some gate guard, and then just like beeline over there to save him if Chaos is not going to come at me right now. If they are like over here, which is what we're suspecting.
Ether.
Where did they possibly go? Oh, something's burning over here.
Setting sail.
Okay, so they came over here. They came up this way. Okay. So that means they're not coming down at me right now. Her army's not that crazy.
Not one Druki on Nagaryth.
All I have to do is save one building of his.
Greetings.
So I could just load up on like some gate guard or sea guard. I mean, gate guard, you can get up to 6 gate guard. I guess I could just grab like 6 gate guard or something. And then just beef his army up huge.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Hugely. I wouldn't get to hire those dragons though, because I can only carry 2 dragons per army. I can only carry 4 sisters per army. But is it worth keeping this legendary lord around? It would delay my power spike. I mean, I could just hire like a Smurf ward over here. Just get someone over here and just like hire stuff and then just bring it to her. Maybe I could get rid of this dude.
A true
Smurf it up. I'm gonna grab lightning strike for later, but yeah, maybe I could just get rid of this dude. Because I've got it on aggro with that now, right? Sorry, I know this has been a lot of management. This is like a pretty crucial point.
Glory.
Okay, yeah, I don't think they're gonna attack me again. And yeah, they decided to go over here for some reason this time. So yeah, maybe maybe that's what I do. I come over here. I can try to save him. Just hire a little Smurf army over here.
Ulf one's defender.
And then give him the sisters. Wait, why not? Oh, maximum. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can have up to 4. So I need to get rid of one more. I don't really need the silver helms if I have the dragons, because these are basically my cavalry. 6. I see. Yeah, let's get rid of that.
Servant of the king.
Okay, whatever. So she's gonna start low. Like, we're not gonna be able to get those recruitment ranks for her, but whatever. We can hire the Smurf here in a second. Okay, so we'll do that, and then
Evergreen of Althwan.
let me see how long it's gonna take to hire these gate guard. Bring in Reavers if we need to. This is Operation
Servant
Saving
of
Private Elethanar here. Oh, only 1 turn. Great. We can only hire 2, though.
Radiant.
Why can't we hire more? I don't know.
Althwan's queen.
I could pop here right now, and I mean, what's that? I have 20, 18 stack. It's got some, probably got some pretty good stuff. How much do I need? I need 2.
Ever onward.
Okay, I'll tell you what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What we're gonna do is we're gonna stop here. We're gonna get rid of these. Now we'll hire those back in a couple of turns.
The
We're gonna
Radiant.
grab 4 Sea Guard, and then we're gonna run over here, run to right here. We're gonna grab our 2 Gate Guard, and then we're gonna book it up there. I think that's how we're gonna run it. And then we'll hire another Lord down here and start the dragons.
Ready to serve.
Here in a couple of turns. Okay, and then we're gonna pick Teclis. We're gonna try to hold Teclis's area down there as hard as we can, and then we're gonna run over and try to save Elethanar before he gets blown up. I think that's the best option, because we're not gonna be able to run down there and save Teclis before he's dead. He's gone like immediately. This guy might be able to hold Hag Hall, or maybe at least like we can get up there before they get Val's Anvil. It's possible. Maybe she's gonna siege him for 2 or 3 turns or something. So we can come in through here, and then I don't know where we even land over here. Can we get in there? Like a beach? Yeah, there's a beach right there. Maybe we can run into there. She wants Elmo.
Defender of truth. Greetings. Let us discuss terms in a civil manner befitting our people.
It's mostly kids? Oh. They're watching like classic Sesame Street in there. He's like, please, for the love of God, save me. Yes, sir. You have some very valuable assets. We're down. All right. What did it count us as completing? The Assyrian Shrine?
There is only vengeance. Greetings. I sway to Loic's tune. For whom do you dance?
Well, this turn I'm dancing for Teclis.
Yes.
Please, just hang on, buddy. Just go in your town and hide for like 5 turns. Just wait. I will bail you out. Okay, we did get our shrine. Oh, we get a quest battle here soon. Sunfang. That's the public order one. Yes, that would be awesome. Okay, so we're fighting other high elves. Let me see. Nah. Can we beat that? I want the dragons and I want the sisters before we do that. So we'll wait a couple of turns just to make sure, because I don't know what's going to pop out in that fight. I haven't done that fight before, I don't think. Yes.
Ever vigilant.
We're basically done. We got like 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
We stand ready for action.
Jeez, this is going to be even more management we've got to figure out. I don't think any of this stuff immediately affects combat, right? Some of them do, actually. Let's see what they have. Whoa, those like backgrounds look, they look snappy. Okay, that's actually not like a super scary Doomstack. I thought last time I came in they had at least Chaos Warriors. These are like Marauders. I mean, I know they weren't going to have like Chosen and Giants and all that crap yet, but I thought that they'd have at least Warriors. It's still a lot of stuff, though.
That will incur my wrath.
So they are blockading us here. We can't run through this because they are like standing in our way. I'm pretty sure, right?
A mighty warrior.
How did they... Food taster. What do we got? Immune to reef attrition. We might just go ahead and end it here, and I'm going to have to look it up and see. -1 for Phoenix recruits. Recruitment. Ward save. He gets extra 30. Power reserve. Look at his stuff here real quick. So his sort of techless is pretty legit. That would allow him to fight. He can only get on a steed, so he kind of sucks in combat. He's only got 5 armor. Or 15 armor, so he's like made of paper. The steed does help a little bit. But yeah, this is kind of silly. I don't know. That sword's like, you know, it's okay. It does give him a lot of improved power reserve or whatever, but like it's the spells. He has so many spells. So like basically whenever you cast, okay, he actually has really good stuff. He has Militia Master, Bowmaster, and Master Strategist, so we probably want to get Sword Masters with him since he already has these 3. But he's going to be expensive because we're not going to be able to get to Quartermaster for a while. We have to get some spells. He does have Sublime Focus, so he gets plus 15. He gets Arcane Conduit, Magic Reserves. This can give everybody leadership if he wants that. All mages and all war masters for all characters get ward save, which is nice. Minus 25% cooldown to spells. In addition to this thing is minus 30%. That's 85% cooldown to spells, and then like normally when he upgrades the spells, he can get 50% cooldown. It's like there's no way those stack additively though, right? 25% here, 30% here. That would mean that he like has no cooldown on his spells. That'd be overpowered as hell. I think those have to stack multiplicatively then, which what that means is like if something has a 100-second cooldown, you have this, it would go down to 75 seconds. And then if you do this, it's 30% of 75, which is what? Like it would go down, you know, 22 seconds or whatever, and be 22 or 23 seconds, and be something like, what, 54 seconds? And then you would get the, whatever, 30% off of this, which would be an additional... you know, like 16 or 17 seconds. So I think that's how it works. I don't think it goes up to 95% or whatever. 30%, 25%, that's 55%, plus this would be 85% flat. I don't think that's how it works. But whenever he casts spells, this is the most powerful thing about him. A lot of times, whenever you cast a spell, everyone gets whatever the passive is, and most wizards only have one type of passive they can get. But he can get all of these, so whenever he casts a spell, it gives everybody 11% resistance, gives your entire army 10% more damage, gives, you know, everybody healing over time, gives everybody extra movement speed, gives you a lot of extra, you know, power regen, 25% weakness to fire. Now this is interesting because it gives plus 25% weakness to fire instead of minus 25% fire resist. So maybe that means you can't go negative into resistances. I'm not sure. But so he has a lot of good stuff there, and then he can get Wild Heart also. So he can get like 2 different things that improve his power recharge rate, which is nice. -2 for all spell costs. That's super strong too. 25 extra magic. So he's got a lot of stuff. Now he can just do like regrowth, which is okay. I thought he had maybe they changed it. I thought he had the high magic thing that like heals people for a lot. Does he not have that? He's got Enfeebling Foe, which is okay. He's got Flock of Doom, Fireball. Yeah, he's already got these 2. Net of Amatok's pretty bad. This is pretty good. This Sword of Ruin. 60% missile damage and weapon damage. That's flat missile damage. I don't think that includes penetration on the damage, but it gives them magical damage as well. So if you can spam that, that's good. Chain Lightning's pretty good. Regrowth is good. I thought there was somebody who could spam that high magic. I thought that was him. Maybe I'm making that up. Anyways, he's got some pretty good spells. So he doesn't have like the greatest selection of spells ever, but the thing that makes him powerful is he gets all these passives with it. Okay.
Darkness is coming. High Lawmaster of Hoeth.
Loyal subject.
I wonder if I can bring someone else in here. Yeah, she's got some pretty bad skills. This is one where they kind of failed. I feel like I need to bring in another like one of my like, decent lords if I actually want to try to win this fight down here. We'll figure that out next episode though. We're already at 1 hour 12. But I think I can bring in
loyal to a fault.
One of these dudes. Has like the correct skills at least. That's pretty sweet. Oh, we could hire him. Ooh, I wonder if we could bring him in right now as sort of my mule. And then we could actually hire more dragons. And then we could get rid of him. And we would not have that cap anymore, but... Is that why we have this? Is that why we're able to hire these extra dragons? Is because we have him? Is that what it is? We have a dragon-willed guy, which is allowing us to get, like... That's what it is. Okay, so that's why we can hire 4 sun dragon, or 4 moon dragons, instead of moon and sun dragons. Okay, so we can have 4 of each one, but each, because we have 2 dragon-willed people, so they are separate. Okay, so right now we can have 8 total dragons, but you can only have 2 per army. So we're putting 4 moon in our armies right now, but in theory, we could have 4 different armies with 2 each, because we have 2 dragon-willed people. That's what it is. That's why it works that way. We actually have more than that. We have 3 dragon-willed people. Oh, it's base cap 1 per. Okay, so that would make sense. We can get up to 4 moons because we have 1 base per dragon, and then we have all of these as well. 3 of these. Okay, so we need 3 dragon-willed people, which is what we have. Actually, no, we don't have this guy yet. We'd have to buy him. I don't know. Whatever. We have 2 dragon-willed people, so we can hire, or we can bring this guy up north, and then that would allow us to get the dragons in 2 turns on Tyrion, so we don't have to wait. But we'll figure all this out. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm I'm hungry. It's an hour and 15 minutes, and we'll come back and revisit this later. But I need to get into combat before it will save. But I'm not sure who I want to... I'm going to have to think about it. Who I want to bring in here and whether or not I want to attack them right now.
If you will it.
We could dash over here and, like, attack with the town and,
your request?
like, reinforce. And we could also hire, like, these Illyrian Reavers to help out a little bit. That would give us some numbers.
No.
But yeah, we'll figure it out next episode. So we'll put someone who's probably a more capable general in here, and then try to fight this. And then we'll bring the Dragon Will dude up here. We'll figure out what we want to do with Teclis. We're going to think about that. How can we possibly try to survive this? We could, I think we can sub him out, can we, or can we? Okay, we could actually sub him out and just say, you know, send someone else in there to their doom. Or we could try to fight it out with him. So he's not quite as insane as I thought. I thought he had high magic. But I must just be, unless they changed it. Like what his spells are. But I could have sworn he was able to spam the high magic regeneration one. Maybe that was too OP though. They got rid of it. I thought there were more things like over here he used to be able to do. But anyways, we'll figure it out next time. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I know the last couple have been, you know, lots of city planning. That just happens when you play a high elf campaign. After you get some of these big confederations, you just have to figure out how you want to manage everything, because trade is so important and diplomacy is so important. But then we're going to get down to some real hard fights here soon. We're going to try to go save Alethanar, see if we can help him hold out for 5 turns and pick him up at the end. And then we're going to be down here fighting, you know, fighting Chaos, fighting Skaven. So there should be a lot of pretty interesting fights going down. Then we're going to have to go north also. We don't necessarily need to save all these Dark Elves from getting slaughtered by Chaos, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. We might need to send an army over here to help out our homeboys if we can afford it, from all that chaos going on over there. But we'll measure and see what we want to do next time. So anyways, thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.